Right before we begin, a quick word from your hapless host and beleaguered father. You may notice the sound quality in this adventure of my daughter's keeper is, shall we say, not quite BBC radio quality. Yes, I'm aware that it sounds like it was recorded inside of a tin mug halfway down a well, and that is entirely on me. Turns out reliable audio gear costs a small fortune, and as an unpaid podcaster/dad, my priorities remain firmly fixed upon child support payments before condenser microphones. So please, bear with the pops, hisses, and whatever phantom echoes the elder gods deem appropriate for this one. The next adventure will sound vastly better. In the meantime, grab a blanket, dim the lights, and join us as we brave the storm of Beacon Island, because no amount of technical failure can drown out cosmic horror, or the sound of a father desperately trying to keep it together behind the GM screen. Alright, let's begin. My Daughter's Keeper presents The Lightless Beacon, When the Lights Went Out, by Lee Carr with Lynn Hardy, honoring Greg Stafford. Starring Morgana as the Federal Investigator, Matilda as the famed artist, and special guest star Kate as the Marine Biologist. Episode 1, Choppy Waters. April the 12th, 1926, 8:15 p.m. The Beacon Island lighthouse off the shore of Folly Point, Massachusetts, ceased to cast its light over the region's dangerous rocky waters about 15 minutes ago. As a result, the SS Essex County, a mixed passenger and cargo vessel on which you are all travelling to Rockport, has floundered on the rocks and incurred considerable damage to its hull. The ship is sinking, and the crew hurries you towards one of the many small rowboats acting as the ship's lifeboats. As they load you in, they tell you your best bet is to aim for Beacon Island. They doubt you'll make it to the mainland before the storm hits. You should have just enough time to reach the island before it breaks. Then, without another word, they shove you off into the dark, churning waters. All you have to guide you is the small light shining at the base of the lighthouse, towering silhouette.
You can tell me what to do. Do what I want to do.
You're not my supervisor. You're the manager. Let's have some rolls to start with. I want whoever wants to do intelligence and whoever wants to do spot hidden.
I'll do spot hidden. I'll do intelligence. I've got 8 and 20. Not bad, actually, not bad. At least it's in the 20s, not in the 30.
30.
Not bad.
Silly, do you want to do a roll?
Yeah, show up.
Give me a spot hidden horror.
Okay.
What'd you get?
That's good. You passed.
74.
Okay.
The investigator's rowboat hits something hard in the dark waters. Twisted metal has become lodged on a nearby sandbank. Well, you get more lurks just below the surface. The metal may be part of a ship, although no one can recall hearing of a wreck around here for quite some time. There are no identifying marks on the metal, and judging by the relatively small number of barnacles and lack of deterioration, it's obvious it hasn't been here for very long.
You've just hit what looks like a wreck then.
Hmm.
Which kind of throws your boat off a bit. Have any of you got pilot boat?
What?
What
the hell is
In
that?
your main block of stats, they're all in alphabetical order. See if you've got pilot boat.
65.
Ooh, that's a fail. I would say that's probably well, you could spend the luck to make that successful.
Wait, I do have it.
Oh,
It's not
okay.
great, but I do have it.
What have you got?
I got 20 for it, but that's...
Lower than mine.
Well, let's see. Let's see if you can pull this off.
No.
You got
No.
21.
31. 20.
21.
However, having said that, yours though is lower.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to burn the luck,
Nah, I'm good.
okay. Okay, so there's no successful piloting skills here.
We're screwed.
The oars bite against the churning black water, but the sea bites back harder. Each heave of the rowboat feels heavier than the last, and the storm dragging it sideways with the contempt of a god flicking away insects. And then there's a sound, a sharp, wet crack from beneath the hull. Cold water spurts through the splintered wood, and before anyone can swear properly, it's already arising around their boots. The rowboat lurches violently, taking on water faster than you can bail. Your lantern sputtles, spills, and dies, leaving only panic and lightning. There is no saving this ship. One by one, you throw yourselves into the freezing surf. The water bites like knives, waves crashing hard enough to steal your breath, and you can just make out the jagged silhouette of Beacon Island through the sheets of rain, a smear of darker shadow in the storm. If you want to live, you're going to have to swim for it. Behind you, the rowboat gives one last groan and then slips beneath the waves with a hollow glug swallowed by the black Atlantic.
This sounds fun.
You've all just ditched into the drink.
Yay!
Could we have swim rolls, please?
God. if I don't have a swim, can somebody drag me? That would be very nice. I don't want to swim.
So 0 to 10, so it'd be
Oh, swim.
40.
20.
That's the
I swim
0 to
20. I did it. 14.
No.
I failed.
38, you're going to drown.
Oh, I can drag you. Can someone drag me?
Yeah,
Someone, please.
I was going to say,
14.
yeah, I think, seeing as our artist Tilly got nearly a hard success, you managed to aid the investigator. However, you do take on a bit of water. You will lose one health.
But can I still drag her? Can I still drag her to safety? Can I drag her to safety?
You are dragging her to safety. That's not a problem. That's done. Okay?
After what feels like an eternity of choking seawater and thrashing limbs, you finally feel rocks beneath your hands, cold, jagged, and slick with seaweed. The storm still hammers the coast, but you made it, somehow. You drag yourselves onto the shingles, collapse in a heap of exhaustion. Every breath rasps in your throat, every muscle screams. Your clothes hang heavy and sodden, seawater drips into your eyes, the taste of salt and iron thick on your tongue. Lightning forks across the sky, and for a heartbeat the outline of Beacon Island looms above you. The cliffs rise like the back of some drowned giant. The lighthouse stands dark and silent against the storm, its glass eye blind. The wind howls across the rocks, carrying the smell of oil, seaweed, and something else, something sour beneath it all. You've reached land, yes, but looking up at the lifeless tower, you can't shake the feeling that whatever awaits you here is far less merciful than the sea. Through the curtain of rain and spray, you spot a darker shape jutting out from the shoreline. A small pier, half lost in the gloom. Waves slap against its posts, sending bursts of foam across the slick planks. A few ropes and crates bob in the shallows, the remnants of some horrid departure or a long-forgotten return. Beyond the pier, a narrow dirt path snakes upwards, hemmed in by tall, wind-flattened grass that thrashes like restless fingers in the gale. Every few seconds, lightning sketches the island silhouette, a tangle of shrub, stone, leading the way to the blind eye of the lighthouse. Then, faintly beneath the crash of the surf, you hear it, the low, rhythmic churning of machinery, a steady mechanical heartbeat somewhere inland, just audible beneath the gusts. Whatever it is, it's still running out here on an island that seems otherwise dead. The storm gives you little time to think. The wind drives the rain sideways, stinging your face. The only way now is forward.
Ooh, have you got mechanical or electrical repair, though?
She probably doesn't. She's an author.
I'm just looking at her sheet a minute.
What did you
Sorry.
say you probably have to use for that?
Mechanical or electrical repair? No, you don't have either.
No, I
But
don't
you
know.
could still go and investigate
Okay.
if you
That is-
wanted.
That's
Okay.
my job. No.
If either of you do have mechanical or electrical repair,
No, I don't.
yeah, that's fine. You don't know what it is, but if you follow the sound, which I assume you're going to, that's another thing. If you lot want to split that,
No.
that's a problem.
No, I'm gonna drag Mo to that. She's coming with me. No. We go. No, you're coming with me.
I think you just, out of shock and awe of what's just happened, you do wander off in the sound of something mechanical.
With dragging Mo with me. Wait, can I just hit her in the legs and like So
No,
then she
no.
falls to the ground, so she can't get anywhere.
No,
Here.
I'll drag you. I'll drag you.
No, you got hurt. Okay?
No, you
You're hurt.
Well, it doesn't really matter because the sound seems to be coming from up by the lighthouse.
Oh, okay.
More towards the lighthouse.
The narrow path winds between the grass and dark outlines until, at last, you can see it. The keeper's cottage. A squat little building crouched at the base of the tower, its stone walls slick with the rain, its roof groaning under the wind. The front door hangs slightly ajar, rocking faintly on its hinges with each gust, a hollow creak swallowed by the sea's roar. Through the gap, a soft glow spills into the steppe, flickering across puddles like the promise of warmth. On either side of the doorway, two narrow windows stare back at you. Thin curtains are drawn over both, but behind the one on the left, a warm light shines, yellow, steady, almost domestic in its comfort. It feels wrongly inviting against the desolation of the island. The path carries on around the side of the building, vanishing into the dark behind the tower, a darker way for those unwilling to take the open door. For the first time since the boat went down, the storm seems to hesitate, as if waiting to see which way you will go.
Let's have some spot hidden rolls then.
Okay. Wait. My forehead is like my best one.
Do I
I'm
have
just
one?
nervous.
Yes.
Oh, no, it's not.
67.
I
It's
see it.
60.
19. No,
Oh.
18. That's even better.
Excellent.
Yay.
As you step closer to the cottage, your lantern light catches movement across the ground. Not from anything alive, but from the gleam of rainwater pooled in shallow depressions. Footprints. The mud before the door is churned and messy, but you can still make out the shape. Small, uneven, animal-like tracks, pressed deep by something scuttling or crawling in the wet earth. They lead straight to the door and nowhere else. But beneath them, half obscured by the muck, are older marks. Boot prints. Human, heavily soiled, with clear tread. Someone walked this way before the storm worsened, before whatever came after. The pattern is strange. The animal prints overlap the boots, smudging them as if something followed close behind, or over them. The door creaks faintly against the wind. Inside, the steady yellow glow still burns warm, patient, waiting.
If any of you has natural world or science, biology, zoology.
I'm pretty sure I do. I've got biology, botany.
Excellent.
I
You can
might
do,
have science.
if your biology is better than your natural world,
Oh, wait.
What you said?
natural world.
I'm
Oh.
I'm gonna go for it because I only have 10, but I'm just gonna go for it.
Mhm.
Natural world. I'm gonna go for it.
14 again.
14.
That's really good.
14.
Didn't pass now.
No, okay, you're completely clueless.
I
It's funny because it's your job to know shit.
did it. I did it, and I'm asked it.
You kneel beside the doorway, the light trembling across the mud. The smaller tracks are clearer now, webbed impressions, vaguely duck-like, though the spacing and depth seem wrong. The toes splayed too wide, the gait uneven, the claws faintly hooked. Whatever made these prints walked upright for part of the way, and too close to the cottage to be any seabird. Beneath them, those human footprints remain, half swallowed by the newer marks, a faint palimpsest of human reason overridden by something stranger. The wind picks up again, rattling the eaves. Out to sea, thunder rolls low and heavy, and a fresh lash of the rain begins to fall. Soft at first, then harder, each drop breaking the definition of the tracks before your eyes. The storm the sailors warned you about is arriving in full. If you mean to follow these prints to see where they lead, you have to do it now. In a few minutes, the rain will wash every trace of them back into the mud, and whatever walked here tonight will vanish as surely as the boat beneath the waves.
Our marine biologist has worked out that they look a bit duck-like in nature.
Quack.
But our artist says there's something a little bit unusual about these. You don't think there are any known species at all.
Definitely.
You've never seen anything like this. As you examine the footprints, you realize that the sound of the waves is getting much, much louder. And the first pitter-patters of rain begin.
One. Fire
Great.
shelter, one.
You're going to run inside, are you?
One fire shelter.
I'm not going to do that. Can I put like a bucket outside to see if anything drops from the sky?
Like rain.
You would probably have to go inside to find a bucket.
I'll go inside and find a bucket and put outside. It could be acid rain. You never know. You've been melted. And acid can literally melt iron. Gotta be lava made out of it.
I think either way around, you're going to have to go inside. to find out.
Yeah. I just went in with Mo with me. No way, leaving Mo behind and Mum just looks weird.
You're all going to head inside the cottage.
The door yields a soft groan as you push it open. A breath of warmer, still air greets you, tinged with salt, oil, and something faintly metallic. Beyond the threshold, a narrow hallway stretches inward, its wooden floorboards dark with damp where the rain has blown in. 4 doors line the passage, 2 on each side. At the far end, a tight spiral staircase climbs upward toward the lighthouse tower above. The place feels compact but orderly, almost domestic, like a home kept to routine. The hallway itself is dark, but from the second door on the left spills a wedge of yellow light, steady, electric, and strangely welcoming after the storm. Every other bulb in sight is dead, yet that single room still glows. You can just make out a desk, a chair, and the outlines of shelves within. The study, perhaps? Near the door, 3 coat hooks hang on the wall. 2 are empty, and the third holds a weather-beaten oilskin, dripping quietly onto the boards. Below, a shallow tray contains 2 pairs of galoshes and an empty space where a third ought to be. Beside them, a pair of indoor slippers rest neatly, toes aligned towards the wall, as if waiting for their owner to return. 2 oil lanterns hang beside the coat, swaying faintly in the draught. An empty hook between them suggests a third missing. Somewhere deeper inside, something creaks. It could be the wind. The study's light cuts through the dim, a silent invitation, or perhaps a warning. In a house where the power still runs, but the tower above stands dark.
Yeah. If there's any food in there, then can we see if it's eatable?
One would assume so, because there should be the lighthouse crew here.
Ooh. Imagine they're not there. Well, they're just dead. Can I go and look for it? Try to look for it.
Well, do you want to give me a spot hidden first?
Okay.
And anybody else curious?
Where have I gone? Where have my look gone? 37.
34.
You two must be a little more curious about the event, or why nobody's come to greet you. Can't help but notice there are 2 bullets lodged in the hallway floor.
Like somehow explore.
Well,
Look at it and see what it is.
yeah, give me an intelligence roll, and you
Alright.
can do the same as well if you want to.
80. Just 80. I got 80.
You got 80 on your 80.
Almost passed.
I just passed 63.
I just passed.
Your footsteps sound heavy on the boards as you move deeper into the hall. Something glints faintly in the light, small, metallic, half buried in the wood grain. A closer look reveals 2 bullets lodged deep into the floorboards. They're deformed, flattened by impact, but their angle tells a story. Both were fired from higher up, a couple of steps up the spiral stair. Whoever stood there was shooting down this hallway. The scene grows stranger the longer you look. Dark stains, old but not ancient, speckle the floor between the kitchen door and the foot of the stair. Blood. It smeared, dragged, and trailed, leading towards the steps where, gleaming faintly against the dull wood, lie 3 coins, large, heavy, and golden. They look out of place here, too ornate for a lighthouse keeper's wages. too deliberate to be accident. Each bears markings that catch the light strangely, unfamiliar symbols that dance for a moment before vanishing in the shadow. Outside, the wind howls again, rattling the half-open door behind you. The storm is close enough now that the house itself seems to breathe with it, a low, rhythmic creak that settles somewhere between the sea and a heartbeat. 2 bullets, blood, and coins.
Oh, God.
You've just seen this, and Tilly has just seen this because you were investigating as well. So could I have sanity rolls from the 2 of you, please?
I passed. 35. 35.
On a 60. That's a pass.
I find
Can I use some luck? Can I push it?
No, it's a sanity roll.
I don't. What can I do?
Nothing. You have to take the loss.
Spend your luck if you have enough.
No. Take it down.
Oh.
Just 1 point of sanity loss.
Okay, great. I'm still losing sanity.
If any of you has an appraise ability,
You crouch beside the trail of blood, the light catching the coins scattered across the floorboards. They gleam in a way that catches you. Far too bright, far too heavy to be anything ordinary. When you pick one up, its weight surprises you. Unmistakably solid gold, cold as seawater and just as reluctant to warm to your touch. The face bears the image of an obelisk rising from a field of rippling lines. Waves, perhaps, or rays, their meaning uncertain. The carving is sharp, almost new, as though the gold hasn't had time to tarnish. The other side is worse. Twisted sigils, looping symbols that refuse to stay still in the eye. The longer you look, the more they seem to shift, not randomly, but purposefully, as if spelling something in a language you were never meant to read. The faint tang of metal and salt lingers on your fingertips when you set the coin down again. The gold disc lies there beside the dark stains and spent bullets, evidence of something far older, far stranger than a simple struggle in the lighthouse hallway. Outside, the thunder rolls again, closer now, a deep rolling voice that seems to almost echo the sigil's silent rhythm.
I'm just gonna throw them away from
I'm
us.
going to throw more across
Throw
the
them.
room. I'm going to throw more
You don't want
the
any more
room.
coins.
Right, both of you give me throw rolls.
Okay, which one? How much do I have?
You've only got 20.
20.
Both of you have got 20.
Mad about this. 15. 31. Can I push it?
You can push it.
Yay.
How are you going to push the roll?
Okay. Cause I hurt myself earlier. My arm kind of hurts from earlier, so I'm going to.
You know, I can still
I
throw you
do.
across the room.
I'm going to roll my shoulder, roll my arm, and then I'm going to try to throw it again.
Yep. You change your position. Instead of doing an overarm, you're going to do an underarm. Push the roll.
You didn't pass it. Can I still throw? Can I please throw across the room now?
No, because you were throwing a coin.
Yeah.
No, she wanted to throw me across the room.
Yeah.
For paper, for pushing me off the boat.
In this story,
Right.
that doesn't
I have to
happen.
say that hasn't even happened. Right. Tilly throws her coin down the hallway. Mo, your injured arm, it really hurts, and as you swing to go, you feel a twinge of pain in your arm,
Ah.
and you end up actually flinging the coin into your own face.
I know that would actually happen in real life. Like, how much damage does that do? This is like.
I'm going to let you have that one.
Oh.
Give me a natural world or a craft roll. Which would you rather do?
A craft roll will probably be better than her natural
2.
world.
Or
Well,
natural
I
world.
was going to. Yeah, that's still that's still more than an extreme.
You begin to notice what at first seemed like decorative filigree It turns out to be something far more deliberate. The rippled lines beneath the carved obelisk, not raised or stylized terrain, but waves. The tiny etched figures around the base could be fish or something fish-like. Humanoid forms with gilt throats and long webbed limbs, bending in patterns that mimic the tide. The obelisk itself rises not from land but sea, and those looping sigils on the reverse, they flow together in a field that says tidal. Something about these symbols themselves, curves and spirals like the pull of currents, as if the design were made to be read underwater. Whatever these coins commemorate, they speak of an aquatic world, something ancient, deep, and deliberate. A culture for whom the sea was no barrier but a birthplace. In the stillness of the hallway, the realization hits heavy. Outside, the waves crash harder against the island's edge, as though answering a call you've only just begun to understand. We hope you enjoyed this week's descent into tabletop madness. If you'd like to go deeper and darker, you can find us over on Patreon. There, we've shared exclusive adventures that never made it into the main feed, bonus episodes for those that want more grim tales between sessions, and even Patreon-only player games where you can step into the stage yourself. The road is long, the night is cold, and every companion helps us walk a little further. So check out the Patreon, join us in the dark. Until next time, keep your lanterns close and your wits closer.